She betrayed everyone. I know what happens because, how BananaJuju has been, but let's get it.
Hey, what's up guys, Ruff here. So as a problematic VTuber myself, it is my moral obligation to talk about other VTubers who have been deemed problematic, including BananaJuju. Now, many months ago, she was deemed as a problematic VTuber because the totally normal, non-racist people saw this monkey-themed VTuber with dreads and...
Yeah, alright. It's kind of crazy that, the first thing during her debut was, those people who say, oh my gosh, why you have dreads? You're a white person. The culture appropriation, man. These people are just too much, man. They think that having dreads is only for black people only, man. Throughout history, everyone's having dreads, man. Especially the Vikings. Are you serious?
Fair skin, which is based on her own appearance in real life, they deem that cultural appropriation and racism because when they see a monkey, they think of black people, but apparently they're the non-racists.
Yo.
I know, it makes no sense, but that's the way they operate. But BananaJuju is once again being canceled by many different individuals in the VTubing scene and the art community for supporting AI.
Before, not only just by during her debut, already people are starting to canceling her because the same reason with the dreads thing. You cannot make this up, man. From the get-go, people are just crazy.
Now you can see some of her responses to people like Tectone, who said in quotes, "You can't be a VTuber and support AI," end quote. Brother, you can't be a man and be a woman. And you can see BananaJuju's totally normal response to, well...
at this point, the amount of the quote-unquote artists that are in the anti-AI tribe, that they could tell what you can or cannot be because you support AI. What current year are we living now? We're living at the current big 2026 where AI is starting to get normalized. I mean, it's everywhere now. When it comes to the entertainment industry, AI has been slowly integrating parts of it. You don't see it clearly, but under the table, it's already been there. Always has been. And these artists just, always throw a fit every time when they see the word AI, or if they see a person supporting AI, and unfortunately we a VTuber would support AI, get with the times. Even if you don't use AI, you just have to get comfortable having AI in the environment. It is what it is.
A whole lot of mental illness that we're seeing in the related scenes. But this all goes back to a very recent discussion involving AI in the VTubing scene. I have talked about this for almost 2 weeks at this point.
What a crazy
there is
saga.
A very heated debate about this subject and how it relates to VTubing. Now this all goes back to Leaflet, or as a bald roach lord might say, Leaflet. But she provided a program giving VTubers, especially those who are starting off, free assets to work with to get their career going. Something countless
software,
people
by the way,
have taken advantage of. And
I tried using the software, but there's some issues when it comes to webcam, because when it comes to how Leaflet says you can have to set up the tracking using an iPhone or iMocap, but primarily I just use a webcam. But yeah, there's some bugs with it, so I'm hoping that she or with her team would actually address it, because if here's the point. Most of the time where new VTubers or upcoming VTubers would start, most of the times they will start using webcams, because not all of them have like iPhones or phones with great cameras for tracking to begin with. So yeah, it should be more focused on webcams, because like webcams are like a cheaper option than getting a high quality phone with high quality camera such as iPhones and stuff. But yeah, it's a stepping process, but I'm happy that it's already in alpha.
Appreciate it. However, a lot of VTubers, a lot of VTweeters, and also artists as well are very upset, crashing out about this, virtue signaling, oftentimes very hypocritically. But here's the good result. As you can see from the bottom of the screenshot, some artists have responded to Leaflet by reducing their prices, which is exactly the goal of creating competition like Leaflet has provided. But
then again, though, there are still a lot of artists, the quote-unquote artists, would just hold the line. We're just not gonna move our prices, and always put on making VTuber models at a premium price that only a selective few could ever commission. But then again, though, we're talking about like mid-tier artists here.
BananaJuju would show some love for Leaflet, saying Leaf worked her magic and changing VTubing forever. We love to see it. I am nothing but amazed of everything she has accomplished so far. Now, of course, people were upset saying AI, LOL. And she would say, thank you, Captain Obvious. But of course, she would provide further tweets saying they are missing out on all the cool stuff, so screw them. I love this program so much. Quick and easy to use, even Monkey can understand how to use it. This opens up so many possibilities to create unique avatars for events and other fun streams. Thank you for making this possible at Leaflet.
Yeah, one thing that it bothers me is the flickering blue screen, but that's the only thing that I didn't notice. But second of all, it's like, as you can see right here, it's kind of nice that like even for like an alpha, like there's still some jankiness that I would say that even for alpha it's still like not as good as having a commission or human made VTuber models. But like you just have to have like alternatives. Like there's some actual drawbacks of having alternatives, because like versus like the regular or the traditional way, like having like a commission or a human art VTuber model, like it already addresses with the kinks and with the jankiness. That's why like mostly like everyone would prefer having like a handmade VTuber model. But yeah, like everything has its own pros and cons. But for the pros of Leaflet software is it is accessible and free to use, you know?
Now, a lot of people would start virtue signaling, including this artist saying, girl really folded and became a Trump and AI supporting chud after people dogged on her model. Oh, you mean when people virtue signaled about her model having dreads with fair skin, where the supposed woke people thought of black people when they saw a monkey? You mean those people? Yeah. But of course, artists like this immediately alienate a huge portion of their potential customer base by basically saying, if you're conservative or support AI, I won't work with you.
Like another thing of unprofessionalism is alienating like some part or probably the majority of your client base. That is just, bad enough, because like for one, it is hard to look for clients, especially that if it's aligned with your schedule, or if you have like free slots most of the times when you have like a free slot, there will be like 1 or 0 clients that will be available to actually like ready up for a commission. So it is bad enough, and you just go on Twitter and starts virtue signaling because like deep below you just hate AI and alienating like basically the majority. Like it is what it is, because like you only like see the minority who just speaks up that yeah they hate AI, and they will just rather just be a purist when it comes to traditional art. But when it comes to the majority, the silent majority, most of them like they don't care. They don't really care of whether the art is human made or AI. It's just that the loud minority are just spewing out some like horrible shit, just like bullying everyone who has like the slightest like use of AI, like even like assets, profile pictures, banners, like everything that could be like easily be recognized as an AI art. So really bad on her part.
Of course, their commissions are open. Now, of
Ooh,
course, this will be
crickets.
a very regular theme throughout this video where artists who are very mad at BananaJuju or Leaflet or both have commissions open. They're looking for business, but at the same time are alienating a huge portion of their potential customer base. Now you can see another person saying, you can't be a VTuber and support AI. Artists are the backbone of the VTubing community. I hope you get blacklisted from collabs.
And it doesn't like solve anything at all. But first of all, like I can't stand with these quote unquote artists that will sit in their ivory towers, that they will have the final say that whether you are a VTuber or not because you support AI. Like what, like who are they to dictate that whether you are a VTuber or not just because of what you believe and what you don't believe, what you support and what you don't support. And it's kind of crazy that we got like a lot of these quote unquote artists are like being part of this anti-AI tribe, that they will just ridicule, they will just bully everyone, even like the slightest use of AI that you've been caught with. It is just nuts that they will just like go on this crusade just to virtue signaling that, oh my god, like AI is gonna take away our gerbs. Man. And at the same time, like it doesn't really help that if you get blacklisted, like for one thing, even if like you get blacklisted, because I know for one thing that a lot of people, like a lot of VTubers will get blacklisted. But then again though, that doesn't mean that the blacklisted blacklisted VTubers and YouTubers or any other creator, streamer, I don't know, they will just collab with themselves and make actual good content. So I don't see this as a good take right here, because it will just go on like it is what it is, because like there's no winning here. Like this user right here doesn't know the whole situation, even if like they just want to sound cool and just garner up some virtual signaling points for a new car. I don't know, but shit, man.
Well, of course, there's no such thing as the VTubing community. There's only the VTubing scene, and the only community that matters is your own as a content creator. And getting blacklisted from collabs or artists, well, what does that promote? Well, promoting your own community and also resorting to AI, right? I've seen so many of these artists say, oh, I'm going to blacklist you, and I hope all artists blacklist you because you use AI. Well, what do you think these VTubers are going to do in response? They're going to resort to AI. But of course, BananaJuju would respond saying, In quotes, you can't be a VTuber and support AI, end quote. Obviously I can, yeah. It turns out she's still a VTuber despite the outrage of people like this on Twitter. But let's take a bit of a turn and talk about this artist with commissions open, Dolly Draws, who is very mad about BananaJuju. They made a quote that would get a lot of attention saying this, ouch. Juju, you helped me out a ton when you commissioned me, and seeing this is like a knife in the back.
Okay, so I'm guessing like Dolly Draws is the I don't know, the V Mama or V Papa who actually made BananaJuju's model. Like, all I can say is that at the end of the day, when the transaction is completed, where you get the entirety of the money, and in exchange you gave her the model alongside with the rights, and also like if she paid those rights, then yeah, the model is hers and she could do whatever she wants with the model. But the one thing that I've been thinking about, if the canceling of BananaJuju didn't happen, wouldn't be like the alternate timeline where BananaJuju would actually be a wholesome VTuber that like doesn't do the way she does right now in this current timeline. Like, what if, because like everything has a meaning, like if there weren't actually like woke people or just the loud minority just come out of the woodwork and harass her because she has dreads with fair skin on a model, none of this would happen. Like BananaJuju will become like a wholesome streamer, a wholesome VTuber. Like, she will mind her own business with her community and actually have a great time. Instead, we have this current timeline where like we have BananaJuju here doing the way she does, and I'm glad like she does this, man, because I like the current timeline right now where a lot of this quote-unquote artists are just like losing their minds and seething, and like at the same time like throwing out like words or terms or any type of name calling. It doesn't work anymore. We're at the big 2026 where anything that you say or just to hurl anything doesn't have any weight in it. So good luck throwing words, and whether or not you would agree or disagree what she was done for the past duration.
Well, if anyone's a traitor in this situation, it's the person who self-admittedly got a lot of help from BananaJuju, but now turns around and virtue signals and cancels them.
Dang.
Over promoting an AI program. But BananaJuju would respond saying, "Oh, please stop being so dramatic. Good luck with your moral grandstand." And they respond very intelligently by saying, honestly, go F yourself. Now, of course, a ratio...
That's what I call a -1 client right there. And also, like, good luck having to look for other customers with that attitude. Oh yeah, I did this just to teach her a lesson. Oh yeah, because I want the virtual signal. Bro,
on Twitter means absolutely nothing, and there's
like the best possible solution instead of like saying this, it's just be silent, just be silent.
So confident in their ability to, I guess, engage in this dialogue that they locked the replies on the main post and in the subsequent replies. But people would respond saying, okay, I want to comment with logic and law in mind. Assuming you are the artist for a model, how was rights handled with it? Did you make any kind of contract with her?
Dang.
And the person who's so mad about the AI usage of BananaJuju in her model would reply saying, I'm not the artist of the model. What are you even doing here? What?
For one thing, I thought like I was wrong that this is not like BananaJuju. So I'm guessing like this is a rando out of nowhere.
What is your stake in this other than virtue signaling? Like, what are we even talking about?
Holy shit.
And people would point this out in the quote saying, so let me get this straight, Juju once helped this tiny artist by giving her a large commission, and now the artist is having a meltdown and feels betrayed because Juju has a video of her character in AI. Number one, the person backstabbing the other is you, making this crappy post trying to morally grandstand over nothing. Number two, great job letting others know not to commission you, because if they happen to do something you don't agree with, you will make a call out post online.
There you go. There you go. That's why I said like earlier, where instead of just like joining, like even though like you're a rando or just, you know, did a tiny part of the commission, like I thought like this user right here is the actual model artist, but like the most professional thing is just not not approach with this drama and just like shut your mouth and just go on with your day, but instead you'll just, you know, like you just sabotage yourself for any future opportunities with new clients or new customers. And yeah, all right. Another thing is that I will give this Dolly Draws a benefit of the doubt, because I would understand that, you know, like BananaJuju is quite big, and for a tiny artist like Dolly Draws right here, like you wouldn't miss the opportunity to garner up some clout and like garner up some virtue signaling points, like in this current drama right here. So I won't give them a fault, you know, like if you see like the opportunity, whether it's good or bad, like I guess like they took the opportunity and jumped into the bandwagon, but as it turns out, it didn't do much helpful, you know, like it becomes like, yeah, it's pretty bad. So yeah, it is what it is.
For clout. Now, of course, getting clout, getting attention on Twitter is the most important currency for individuals like this. There's a reason why their commissions are open. It's because they spend more time and they spend more of their energy on virtue signaling than actually doing their job and providing art. Well, of course, their virtue signaling just alienates more of their potential customer base.
Dang.
But BananaJuju would add a further reply, quoting this, saying, artists be like, artist opens commissions, refuses to work with you. You look for other alternatives. Artist then gets upset. Artist gets no money. Makes angry call out post. Promotes commission open. And they stay open. We went full circle. Now,
yeah. It's at this point, those artists, quote unquote artists, are pretty much like less of an artist and more of a V-tweeter. So you can't win. Like they can't win, because if they just, you know, like stay in their lanes and just promote with their portfolios instead of just joining in on what's trending, like the drama, like the current drama right now, they won't have any problems, or they don't have any like reputation where they joined this drama and they got burned and they got bodied and they got like the bad reputation that future customers would, you know, like they will be disgusted and that, and they won't work with them. So all right, like here's an example of this. I would say that Nanolist, like if you don't know of a V artist, Nanolist, like they are, I would consider like they are one of the most legendary V artists of all, because they actually did commissions for models. What is it, like I don't know, like Cinder, like Contail, or any other big VTuber names. But that's like the names that I've come up with on top of my noggin. But yeah, like they just don't post, they just don't tweet ever, and they just work very hard on any commissions whatsoever, and actually just be a regular, or should I say like a private V artist for the big name VTubers. That's it. Like, you don't have to uh like tweet out or join on any drama whatsoever. All you gotta do is just work on commissions. Like eventually expand your knowledge on different kinds of things, whether like you're only good at drawing but bad at rigging, but you want to learn rigging, so why not learn rigging? Or if you're a rigger, haha, and not good at art, might as well learn art. So like improvements and overall like building a long-lasting relationship with your clients and make it long-term, so that like you don't have to like look for other clients after this after the work of your current client. You just have to like be their regular or be their private V artist that they would go to you every time like they have like a proposition, or they have like an idea for any events or any announcements, or even like another debut. They will you'll be the first, like they will be like calling you from the get-go. Like they will be your number one client of all time. So instead of having like be a bitch on Twitter, just do all of those and become like the next Nanolist. So yeah, you don't have to be a virtue signaler.
Of course, people were very mad about this as well, saying, I only understood that you're a moron who won't accept that she's a moron. Plain and simple.
Cricket's commission.
They did the thing. They did the thing, ladies and gentlemen.
Yikes.
As pointed out in the replies from BananaJuju. Okay, thank you for proving my points.
And another thing. Like, I swear to God, like most of the times, like when they have like comments open, I'm guessing like they commission through VGen. As I made a video before, like artists with a VGen tag, or it will solidify my stance that VGen is a freaking mafia, man. Like they will just bully anyone who actually do like alternatives. Like they will just bully, they will just virtue signaling, they will just go on this crusade just to be on top, I guess.
First thing about this person who's complaining about this is that their commissions are indeed open.
And
amazing
zero.
Stuff, ladies and gentlemen. Here's another person saying, yeah, because you fed their art into AI and actively promote hostilities to them. What the F is this logic? You can use AI for something, then commission an artist, but don't expect not to take stuff from people when you feed their stuff into AI, you regard. This person is very confused, and as pointed out by BananaJuju, you got the timeline twisted. Regard. I mean, where are these people even occupying right now? They're missing the entire situation. They're misunderstanding it and then attacking BananaJuju. It's like they don't even understand why they're mad in the first place. But here's another one saying,
oh, here we go.
Why does she have dreads? Oh boy. But also straight hair in a ponytail, and also a braid in what seems to be her hair being used as the hair tie, but also a bow. And she says, because I can, duh.
Bro, like, at this point, they're just doing ad hominem. They will, instead of having like actual points to counteract with BananaJuju, they just go like the classic bullying on how she looks. Classic ad hominem.
What else do you say, ladies and gentlemen? Absolutely cooked. Good on BananaJuju for standing up for herself and supporting programs like that of Leaflet. I know it's a very controversial subject, but you know what? It's good that we're talking about this stuff, and it's good that some artists feel threatened by this because their vice grip on the related scene is being loosened because cheaper alternatives are being provided, and they're reflecting on that and adjusting their prices. And of course, when people like BananaJuju, who are already labeled as problematic, support that, people are crashing out. But hey, what's new?
Like at the same time, like getting called a problematic VTuber, like as few years goes by, that term doesn't have any weight anymore, as probably like more and more upcoming VTubers would become like problematic, or either be like starting from a default VTuber, they will just go on their way, and at that point they will just be branded as a problematic. At the same time, as more and more people will be branded as problematic, the entire thing of being problematic doesn't hold any weight anymore. It will become normalized as a matter of fact, like problematic VTubers like are the most, like when it comes to content, they're pretty much making content instead of like the usual day by day like default settings of a VTuber, like we're just gonna get comfy and we're just gonna relax, yap a little. Instead of like doing that, I prefer like having like enjoy some problematic VTubers that they will just like do the craziest shit, and you know, like it's actual good content. So, and then again though, like it's kind of nice as well that artists are, you know, like taking adjustments, or they're actually adapting, because like the entirety of the timeline where like started from like the VTuber boom, they pretty much like losing the monopoly of the entire VTuber scene, that they can control the prices of commissioning VTuber models because of the alternatives and other methods of getting a model. So then again though, like that's pretty much healthy, because first of all, we are in a free market. Like when it comes to free market, anything comes, we'll consider it as competition. So right now, like artists that are in VGen, or should I say like the VGen mafia, but of course like there's other artists on VGen as well, like they'll just, you know, like chill. But I'm talking about the quote unquote elites. I will call them like the VGen mafia, because over the entirety of the timeline, they already have the monopoly. But this time where we got like alternatives, they're losing their grip, which is nice. And more tools and more alternatives will pop up because of this movement right here. You know what? I'll welcome this, because more tools, more opportunities, and more stuff that anyone can become a VTuber. Like, to be honest, I want everyone to be a VTuber than, you know, like being the all reliable flesh tuber or just using your face, because you can just, you know, like even if like you don't want to show your face, having like a VTuber model or VTuber persona, it's fine. And I'm with that 100%. So I want everyone to become a VTuber, even if like if you're not like a content creator, or if you're not like a streamer. If you just want to be a VTuber for a hobby, then yeah, go ahead. We got like a lot of tools now. We got a lot of alternatives to choose from, instead of like breaking the bank and getting yourself a mid-tier VTuber model.
But anyways, that's going to do it for this video. If you enjoyed, please give this video a like, consider subscribing and turning on notifications for daily uploads, as well as multiple streams every week right here live on YouTube. But anyways, that's going to do it for this video. Hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you next time.
Yep, great video. But yeah, as I said before, we got more options, more alternatives, and I want everyone to become VTubers without having having to break the bank or getting ridiculed, because later down the line this will become normalized, and no more of this quote unquote artist that will sit in their ivory tower to tell you what you can be or what you cannot be because of what you believe in, and especially on what you support, you don't support, especially when it comes to AI. So it is what it is. You can't escape it. It is inevitable, and I welcome it.